here to Carmel Stadium. I'm Connor McDonough. Alongside me is Henry Slivinski, and we have a great game coming up for you between the 3-1 Carmel Greyhounds and the 3-1 Columbus North Bulldogs. And not to mention, we have senior night here at Carmel Stadium. So this is a special game here for the Greyhounds. Henry, what do you have to start us off with?
Well, both these teams have started off great with a great start to the season. Both winning, going 3-0, and then they're coming off sobering losses. Both losing, letting the opponent score 41 against them. And I think tonight we're going to see which team truly can bounce back from their previous loss and can do better and shows who's the better team.
Yeah, the main thing I want to add on to that is the fact that the difference in the strength of schedule between these two teams. Carmel facing number 5 Fishers at Fishers, beating them 49-24. Then to play number 7 Westfield, who was number 2 at the time that they played, 34-10. Then destroyed Centerville 48-0, and then number 1 Trinity from Kentucky, they lost 28-41. But their strength of schedule compared to this Bulldogs team has not been the same. What do you have for us on that?
Well, yeah, and I mean, Carmel has had a great start to the season going against these higher-ranked teams. A big part of that has been because of Anthony Koerner. He has 800 passing yards, 200 rushing yards, and 15 total touchdowns to 5 interceptions.
Yeah, happy you mentioned Koerner there because of the difference we've seen from him in the last 2 seasons. The amount of improvement that he has made. He rushed for 72 yards last season, and he's already tripled that this season with 216 rushing yards. And I think that's why this Carmel team is so good, because of how Koerner has done so far. But I've been Connor McDonough. Alongside me is Henry Slivinski, and we're going to hand it off to Brendan Melby and Xavier Knott.
Today we have the Columbus North. These are coming off losses last week. Columbus. Tough loss to Trinity, the number 1 team in Kentucky. At their home stadium, so they're going to try to get a good win. Their first test of any kind. starting varsity since his sophomore year, now in his final senior season. But this season, he looked different. He started making better decisions, but as you saw, when Trinity took the lead and the Greyhounds were trailing, you started to see those old habits come back. You started to see him force a little more, which he will have to do, but just a couple bad throws, even 3 bad throws that ended up getting picked off, so certainly important for Koerner to have a clean game. But we have Columbus North, who will be starting with the ball as Matthew Obermeyer is going to kick this ball off. Obermeyer typically boots it towards the back of the end zone, as he does again on that kick. So a typical touchback, as we see Obermeyer tend to do.
When Columbus North starting with the ball, quarterback Asher Ratliff has thrown for over 280 yards in all 3 games, threw for 300 last week, but also threw 2 picks. Columbus North is certainly going to be looking to throw the ball downfield as much as they can. They have a rushing attack, but it's definitely not their main focal point of this offense.
Yeah, Asher Ratliff, certainly a great quarterback for the Bulldogs as he rolls out to his left and makes a throw. That one a little too far left, and that'll be incomplete to start their drive. But anyways, as I was saying, the main guy that the Greyhounds have been preparing for all week is the tight end and the linebacker. I mean, he plays offense and defense, but Parker Elmore, the senior, 6'5", 230 pounds, committed to play football at Indiana University. Absolute beast. So the Greyhounds are going to do the best they can to be able to contain him as that ball is handed up the middle, short gain.
It's containing Elmore is going to be obviously the biggest key for the Hounds. 12 catches, 167 yards, and 2 touchdowns last week against Roncalli in that loss.
I mean, Elmore really does it all as well. He had a few carries against Roncalli. I mean, there's nothing that man does not do, so expect to see a big game from him. Hopefully the Greyhounds are able to contain him a little bit as Ratliff is looking to throws it off to his right. That ball is caught and will be good for a first down. That one, Parker Elmore with the catch right on cue as he gets a big first down conversion on their 3rd down to start the drive. Good throw there by Ratliff as you see him trying to make those quick decisions. I mean, he saw Elmore open on the right side. He did not hesitate to throw that ball. As Ratliff is under center, he takes a snap, hands it off, and he stopped short. That is running back Sam Perry for the Bulldogs. Typically, the Bulldogs usually hand it off to either Ezekiel Scruggs, the junior running back, and that time it was to number 25, Sam Perry, who is a senior.
Well, as you just mentioned, Scruggs didn't have that carry there, but he was the only running back last game to have more than 3 carries.
Yeah, solid running back right there as well. He had 47 rushing yards, so a solid game for him as this ball was ran again to Perry. So it seems like they're distributing the ball to a few more players as that one is back to Sam Perry, the running back, and the DB. As this brings up another 3rd down, 2 sets of downs in a row, brings up a 3rd down. The Greyhounds try to get a stop on this one. Ratliff trying to do what he did on the last one, get another conversion. Ratliff takes a snap, hands it off again for the 3rd time in a row. This time, it is a gain of 3 and able to get the first down.
Columbus North must feel pretty confident against their run game. Only had 61 rush yards against Roncalli, but they've already, that's the 3rd play in a row that they've run it 4th time today. Only 2 passes. One was complete to Elmore for the first down, and the other one was thrown into the dirt.
Now trips to his left.
So a 1st and 10 for Columbus North. Ratliff takes a snap. It's a low one. He's scrambling around. He's trying to run. Runs towards the right side, but is dragged down by Greyhounds number 37, Chase Jared. Good tackle by him Ratliff, if he was able to beat Jared, he might have got a first down out of that one. Ratliff was scrambling around the pocket, found that hole as he was dragged down from the back by Chase Jared, the senior. Obviously, the seniors do not have very many games left in the season, as we are honoring senior night tonight. So they're trying to make the most of it. Perry on Ratliff's left hip again, as this looks like a designated quarterback run. As that was, that was Parker Elmore there in some Wildcat formation, as Ratliff was on the left side of the line of scrimmage. So yeah, Elmore gets a carry there. That one only a couple yards. So this brings up, once again, a third down. Every single set of downs this drive has been a third down for Columbus North, but they seem to take control and convert in these kinds of situations. Ratliff is back there by himself. So he's throwing, but there's some quarterback pressure as he needs to force the throw towards the right sideline. So that brings up a fourth down, 4th and 4.
That was great pressure from the Hounds defense. It looked like number 1 Dane Bathurst was in on the tackle, and defensive lineman Emmanuel Griffin attacked Ratliff, forcing him to kind of fall backwards and throw an errant pass out of bounds.
Great stop there on third down. The Greyhounds finally able to stop them on those third downs. It also looked like Columbus North was thinking about going for it for a second. Ratliff was staying out there, but it does appear that Columbus North is going to make the safe decision and bring out their punting crew.
Here is the snap.
As this punt is off to Dom Shockley, the returner, who gets past one defender, gets past another one. He's running towards the right side. He has some room to run, but is tripped down by Columbus North. That was number 99, Miles Butker, with the great tackle there. I mean, Shockley had some room to run. There was not very many players to beat as he was dancing around the left side of the field, decided to cut up towards the right after breaking past those 2 defenders.
And it looked like Buckner kind of threw another Carmel player to the ground, which caused Shockley to fall, and Buckner's helmet came off. If Shockley got past Buckner, there's really only one more person to beat, Hunter.
Yeah, that was a ferocious tackle, certainly. He has, as you mentioned, his helmet popped off. But now we see the Carmel Greyhounds offense, who has been fantastic this season so far. It's the senior Anthony Koerner at quarterback, as he hands this ball off to Aiden Johnson, who's ping-balling up the middle, able to get a decent gain there for about 5 or 6 yards. As that was the sophomore running back, Aiden Johnson, as we were talking about earlier, the Greyhounds like to move between those 2 running backs, Johnson and Pemberton, as they hand this one off to Johnson again. Johnson has some room to run. Almost broke a couple tackles to get the touchdown, but tripped up once again by the last man down there, but a great run. Johnson able to find the hole up the middle, shot out of a cannon and got brought down. The Greyhounds offense is moving very quickly right now as Koerner takes a shot at the end zone to his right side. Good deflection by Columbus North. That was number 29, Caleb Urquiddy, the senior DB.
It was a great play from the senior. He was running forward, back to the ball, reach his arm out, put it in Bellin's face, able to knock it down for a completion. Also, I think Aiden Johnson's already eclipsed his rushing yards total from last game. Only had 6 carries for just 20 yards, but I think his second run of the game longer than that.
Yeah, the Greyhounds offense was moving so quickly, not a lot of time to think, but the Greyhounds offense was in control until that incomplete. But this ball is handed off to Andrew Pemberton this time, who has some room to run and is taken down past the first down. So already the Greyhounds rush offense looks phenomenal, as Columbus North has had some problems with stopping the rushing game this season.
Pemberton
looks to the right, fires it up to Jake
Koerner throws it to his right side. That one, Jake Bellin for a short gain.
Pemberton was the second man in the 2-headed running back monster for the Hounds. Pemberton already has 3 games of 100+ yards, became the first Carmel player to have back-to-back 100-yard rush games since 2020.
it's so hard for the defenses when you could exchange between those two running backs after, as we saw Johnson have a huge part in this drive. So you got the Greyhounds all the way down to the 39-yard line only after a couple plays. And then you bring out Pemberton, who gets a first down. So it's just so hard for the defense to stop them.
Hounds with the ball on the Columbus North 21. Just under 6 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the first quarter.
As there's a penalty on the Bulldogs, so this brings up 1st and 5 as Koerner throws this to his left side to wide receiver Spencer Sell, who's able to get first down just shy of the end zone. So the Greyhounds are now at the 9-yard line as they are moving quickly once again. Koerner keeps this for himself, runs up the middle, and is taken down at the 3-yard line. And as we talked about again, Koerner also has some legs. Designated quarterback run. Looks like maybe double option. He was thinking about pitching that one to Pemberton, but kept it for himself, able to get a gain of 6 yards. So he throws this one off to his left to Spencer Sell, who gets his right hand on it, but is knocked out at the last second. But it will be a flag on Mendez for Columbus North.
DB Macario Mendez was all over Sell on that entire route. Sell had to reach out his right arm, almost brought in the touchdown catch, but the Hounds are going to get a pass interference call, move up to the 1-yard line.
I thought Sell was going to come down with that one. I mean, with how aggressive Mendez
they were
was
actually,
on that.
looks like there were 2 flags on the play.
Oh, so it looks like the penalties will offset, so this stays 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line. So Carmel, still some work to do as it's Pemberton on Koerner's right hip as he hands this one off to him, who's able to stay on his feet and make it into the end zone for the Greyhounds. Touchdown on their first drive of tonight. The senior, Andrew Pemberton, feeling the energy on senior night as he gets his touchdown to make this game 6-0. As it's Obermeyer out once again for the PAT.
Pemberton's 4th touchdown of the year so far.
Here's the snap, and it is good.
Yeah, 4 touchdowns, and this is only the 5th game of the season. I mean, he's an unbelievable running back, especially splitting carries. He certainly is able to find himself in the end zone many times this season. As the PAT is good, so the Greyhounds lead 7-0 with 6 minutes and 7 seconds remaining in the first quarter. So a solid start for the Greyhounds. So maybe a great start for the Greyhounds. I mean, they gave up a couple 3rd down conversions, but besides that, they still forced the punt, drove all the way down the field, able to get the touchdown. So now we will see the Greyhounds defense again, who has as well been very strong this season. Not so much against Trinity in that game last week. I mean, Trinity has a unbelievable offense, so it's certainly tough to stop them, but they gave up 41 points to Trinity. On the other hand, the Greyhounds offense is also great, as we saw right there. But Columbus North offense averaging 43.8 points per game.
Well, and one of the keys for Carmel is going to be getting stops on 3rd down. They gave up 3 3rd down conversions on the last drive, got a stop. But Trinity was 7 for 14 on 3rd down last week, and Carmel was only 1 for 9.
As Columbus North, a decent return there, taken down around the 30-yard line. Yeah, Columbus North offense is not to take easy. As I said, averaging 43.8 points per game. That's a lot of points, as you see the Greyhounds hold these teams to a lot less than that typically. As the Bulldogs offense is running out there trying to redeem themselves this possession, but not as good a field position anymore, as there's a holding on that kick return. So they are now at the 11-yard line, opposed from the 30, because it is a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the hold, which was the 21-yard line. So now they're down at the 11. So Ratliff out there, fakes the handoff, throws it to his right side as that ball is batted down by the Greyhounds. Another flag on the field. Already seen a few of those.
So far this game, the almost daunting Columbus North passing attack really has not gotten going yet. Only one completion. It's been their rushing attack that's gotten them going, as a roughing the passer penalty is called on Carmel.
So Columbus North with a penalty on the kick return. They get those yards right back with a 15-yard penalty on the Greyhounds. Brings them to the 26-yard line, as well as an automatic first down.
Shotgun formation, 3 receivers to his left. Motions.
As Ratliff has Perry again on his right hip as he looks that way, but decides to run it, keeps him himself, and gets a short gain.
15. Answer Ratliff, the ball carrier.
Ratliff is certainly a really good athlete. He's also a wrestler. He's also a wrestler for the Columbus North Bulldogs. Also the starting quarterback, obviously. He is definitely capable of running the ball.
Yeah, I saw a couple of his wrestling highlights, and he absolutely looked like a very good wrestler as well. So, I mean, absolute athlete right there. He's not committed to play college anywhere, so we will have to wait and see what he does in the future.
An offsides penalty was called on the Greyhounds against number 56, Emmanuel Griffin, I believe. 5-yard penalty against the Hounds.
So a lot of penalties so far early in this game, as there is still over 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. So both teams gonna try to clean that up, as Ratliff is back there by himself. As he's gonna keep this one again and run up the middle, as he is hit hard by the Greyhounds. That time it was Dom Shockley, the wide receiver, the punt returner, the kick returner, is now playing some defense as the Greyhounds are suffering some injuries, Grayson George being one of them, but that's a strong tackle there by Shockley.
Boy, I'm really not the biggest fan of running your, unless that's really a big key thing to your offense, running your quarterback right up the middle. This early into the game, I'm not a big fan of it, especially after Ratliff just took a big hit and was on the ground for some time after the play.
Yeah, Ratliff certainly good on the run game, but that was a dangerous one. If you continue to do that, you will get hit pretty hard, but he hands this one off. Tries to run up the middle, but taken down short. The Greyhounds rush defense looks very good right now, as that was Perry again, the ball carrier. Chase Jared with the tackle on that one. Jared's been all over the rush defense, not only this season, but already in this game with his second tackle right there. As Ratliff hands this one off to Perry, who tries to run around the right side, but is taken down. Will it be a first down? And I believe
looks like Perry got there.
It will be a Columbus North first down, as it was only 3rd and 1. Perry runs around the right side. Wasn't able to get all he needed for first.
Columbus North with the ball on their own 48-yard line, 1st and 10, just under 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. The Bulldogs passing attack, like we said earlier in this drive, has not gotten going yet. They really don't look too scared to run the ball.
Yeah, their offense has certainly been mostly runs, but Ratliff throws this one, and it is tipped by Dane Bathurst, who is committed to Duke University. We've talked about him all season, as he came from a high school in Florida to play for the Greyhounds for his final senior year, playing with his cousin, the quarterback, Anthony Koerner. I mean, he absolutely loves it here. As I saw on his most recent social media post, he said that he couldn't ask for a better place while playing with the Greyhounds. So Obviously, he loves it here, and he's had a great start to the season. As it's Ratliff who fakes a handoff, rolls out to the right. As it is incomplete, good defense there by the Greyhounds.
And Bathurst is just an absolute stud out there at the DN. Leads the team in sacks with 4 and quarterback hurries with 7. Nobody else on the Carmel D line has more than 1 sack.
This brings up another 3rd down, this time 3rd and 10. I believe their longest 3rd down this game. So we'll see what Ratliff does in a situation like this as he throws this one to Elmore, who tries to stay on his feet, but that ball is ripped out and received back by Elmore, who was able to get the 1st down. Xavier, can you believe that?
I mean, Elmore was well 5 yards short of the sticks, kept pushing. Couldn't really tell who ripped that ball out.
I believe it was Dom Shockley who was able to strip that one.
The ball came out, bounced around, knocked off a Carmel player's shoulder pads, right back into Elmore's hands for the 1st downs. That is incredibly unlucky. Reminds me of the lucky play Purdue had against USC. A weird lateral turned into a touchdown.
Certainly might have been a little bit of luck there, but the Bulldogs get the 1st down. This time Ratliff throws to his right side as is Morgan Knapp, who's taking down more helmets coming off. That time it was Aaron Fedorcha's helmet. Some people need to either put their chin straps tighter or get a smaller helmet. That's a couple helmets off.
It's already the 3rd helmet we've seen fly off today. 2 for Carmel, 1 for
That was actually Aaron Fedorcha who was going to be
So the Bulldogs trying to put some points on the board with their new life after that ball was bobbling around on that 3rd and 10, as the refs will be having some discussion.
Yeah, looking a little weak out there, and so now Isaac Nelson going to come into this game and a timeout call.
And the teams are going to their sideline as the ref calls a timeout, as he's going to the Greyhound sideline saying my timeout. I'm not necessarily sure what they want to talk about, but the Greyhounds a chance to talk the rest of this drive over, how they will continue to hold Columbus North to 0 points, as the Bulldogs on the other hand are trying to figure out how to score. They're trying to get 7 out of this one, tie the game back up.
Not really sure what the referee's timeout is here. The head ref was kind of pointing towards the Carmel players' jerseys. Maybe they weren't all tucked in.
Yeah, there are certainly some dress code rules with all sports. A lot of the times the players don't love to follow it, so not entirely sure what this one is, but both teams go back out there. As we are seeing for the first time Ezekiel Scruggs, who, as you said, was the only running back gain carries in that previous game, but obviously was their first loss, so maybe they wanted to switch it up a little bit, go to Perry, who has had a solid game so far, but we now see Scruggs out there. As of right now, he's on Ratliff's right hip, but the refs still discussing something as they're looking to Columbus North's sideline. The student section bringing it once again. Tonight it is blackout, as they have again some more noisemakers, some more Bam Bams in the color blue, which, as we talked about pregame, absolutely pops. I love the vibe that we have going in the student section as of right now.
Very clean tonight. Blackout's it's definitely one of the best student section teams.
100%. As Ratliff airs this ball out, this time overthrown a chance for a big gain for Columbus North. Instead, the target to Urquidi is overthrown.
He definitely had Urquidi pretty open, but that Carmel defensive line forced pressure and forced Ratliff to throw it a little sooner than he wanted to, forcing the incompletion and the overthrow.
So this brings up a 3rd down for Columbus North. Ratliff talking to his team right now as they line up. Ratliff, a couple hard counts. He takes the snap, pitches it short up the middle, this time to Elmore, who is fighting for the 1st down, but is taken down just shy. About a yard away from the 1st down. That actually might be not the greatest spot for Columbus North as well.
It was like a Kansas City Chiefs type play. Roll left, looked like they're going to pitch it to the back on the outside, and then run the tight end up the middle, pitch it to Elmore. Gain of about 5, and like you just said, maybe not a favorable spot for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, interesting play there as Ratliff kind of just shoveled that one to Elmore. It seemed to work decently, but they were short of the 1st down, but they are going to try to go for it on 4th and 2. A big play here as they hand it off to Scruggs, who is tackled. I believe he is taken down short, and he is. Greyhounds force the turnover on downs as they are hyped up. That time, it was Caden Bauer able to make the tackle as he flexes while running towards the sideline. So the Greyhounds, a huge stop, putting the ball in the Greyhounds offense, putting the ball in the hands of the Greyhounds offense now, continues to hold Columbus North to 0 points.
Yeah, absolutely no doubt that Scruggs did not get back to that line of scrimmage. The penetration, getting to that back so fast, forces the Bulldogs to go 4 and out.
Koerner hands this one off. This time it's Jake Bellin who has some room to run. He had a huge hole, able to run it past the 50-yard line, taken down around the 38-yard line. Bellin a little jet sweep there.
They tried to play a little similar to that last week against Trinity. Bellin had 1 carry for 9 yards on a play very similar to that.
Greyhounds moving quick again. Koerner throws this one short to his left side. A short gain there. That's number 6, the freshman, Aiden Carpenter, with the reception. We saw him a little bit in the game against Centerville when the backups were brought out. I mean, this Greyhound team's so deep, so the freshman getting some big varsity minutes right now. Hands this one off to Johnson. Johnson trying to run up the middle as he is taken down for a gain about 4 yards.
Johnson looked like he ran right into his own lineman's gut. Number 7, Robert Cross, and knocked him to the ground.
So 3rd and 2 for the Greyhounds. Still moving quick, trying to convert it before the defense is fully set, as that's Johnson who is able to get the 1st down. So a good run by Johnson to fight for the 1st down, which he does as there is only 25 seconds remaining in the 1st quarter. So the Greyhounds could choose not to snap this ball and take it to the 2nd. But they have been moving quick, so they do line up, see if they snap the ball or not, as it's Koerner with Pemberton on his left hip as he's moving over to his right hip after he talks to his offense. Hands this one off to Pemberton. Pemberton trying to find some room to run as he jukes a couple defenders, running towards the right side as he's finally taken down. Pemberton was just kind of scrambling around there, trying to find a hole to go to. Instead, he had to go around his whole line to the right side.
That was good patience and vision from Pemberton. The play looked like it was designed to go to the left. Pemberton went to the left, stuffed, waited, looked right, took off, gained a 1st down for the Greyhounds. On the final play of the 1st quarter, Carmel leads 7-0 with the ball on the Columbus North 15. The Hounds will now be moving towards our end in the northeast end zone. More construction progress has certainly been made here at Carmel Stadium. We have the sort of the outline of the press box up, but still going to take a while to get done.
Yeah, I'm excited for hopefully next season when they are done with all this construction. If you guys are not aware, we've talked about it on a couple previous broadcasts. We are in a different situation compared to most years. We're in a tent in the back of the end zone, calling the game partly off the monitor, calling the game partly looking at the field, whatever we can see of it. It's also affecting the student section, some of it being blocked off. So an unusual year considering that, but we are working with what we have. But when the construction is all done, it will be worth it. And I'm sure everything will look great because, as you said, the progress, it looks pretty cool.
This adversity of having to do games underneath a tent is only going to make us better. Can't get any worse.
Greyhounds, 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line to start the second quarter. He hands it off to Pemberton, who slips a little bit behind the line of scrimmage, still able to get a gain of 3. Appears he actually got 4 out of that one. Yeah, so yeah, Pemberton, when he grabbed the ball, tried to stop, make a move to his left, kind of slipped a little bit, stayed on his feet, able to get a short gain there. Koerner takes a snap, hands this ball off again. This time, Pemberton gets a good gain, able to get the first down, I believe.
Looks like he's going to call him a little short. 3rd and 1 with the ball on the 6-yard line. Hounds have come out from the break after the first quarter and run 2 straight run plays.
As Johnson, the running back, is now out there as they hand it off to Johnson this time, who is fighting for the first down, which he gets short of the end zone. But he's taken down at the 3-yard line after subbing in for Pemberton, able to convert on that 3rd down.
These Carmel backs do not quit. If the first hole isn't open, they'll wait, and find the second one.
Greyhounds continue to move quickly as Koerner is going to throw this time to Spencer Sell, who is able to get the short touchdown on the slant from the left side, running over the middle. Spencer Sell, a touchdown. He was actually the first touchdown in that Trinity game. The Greyhounds had a good start against Trinity until things fell apart in the 2nd and 3rd quarter. But the Greyhounds, another strong start to this game, as they are able to get another 7 if Obermeyer gets this field goal or this extra point through the post.
Spencer Sell records his 3rd touchdown catch of the year, and assuming this goes through, Obermeyer still has not missed a PAT this season.
He is also a senior, the senior kicker, who has been huge for the Greyhounds. The Greyhounds typically have a strong kicking group, a strong kicker, as we've seen from Obermeyer this season. So the Greyhounds lead 14 to Columbus North is 0. The Greyhounds trying to stop Columbus North again on this drive, as Columbus North is having a bad offensive game compared to what they are used to. As Columbus North is now going the other way.
In all of Carmel's wins this season, they've started very strong against Westfield, jumped out to that 20-0 lead. Centerville, not really much of a game, but started out to a 28-0 lead at the half. Very common factor, strong starts often equal wins.
Bulldogs, a couple guys back there to return this kickoff depending on which side it goes to. Instead, Obermeyer just boots it to the back of the end zone. not giving them a chance to return it.
Obermeyer is a very, very, very solid high school kicker. You know, a lot of times you can't trust high school kickers, but you definitely trust Matthew Obermeyer.
Restore your corner.
No doubt in that, as he consistently sets up the other team's offense at the 20-yard line, as we will see on this drive right here, as Ratliff is running out there with his offense. I mean, look at Ratliff just standing next to Elmore. Elmore is an absolute beast. Not to mention, Ratliff is pretty small. He's a little short compared to most quarterbacks, only standing at 5 foot 10 inches.
I mean, Elmore is a ridiculous athlete, standing at 6'5",
Looks like 230 pounds.
230 pounds. As you just saw on that play, it takes almost a full team to take that guy down. One guy is not going to cut it. You're definitely gonna have to group tackle.
Yeah, fortunately for the Greyhounds, they had a good read on that play as Ratliff tried to shovel that one to Elmore. Instead, all the Greyhounds were on top of it, able to get a good read and take him down for a gain of 0. So Ratliff takes this snap, hands it off to his right side as he's taken down on the left side. That time it's Scruggs again. So it appears Columbus North now mainly going between the two running backs, Ezekiel Scruggs and Sam Perry.
Carmel's limited Columbus North's big plays. On all of the first downs Columbus North has gained, they've gained 4 yards, and a 5-yard run, and then a 4-yard pass to gain first down. They haven't really had a huge explosive play in this game yet.
3rd and 6 for Columbus North as their offense is looking to their sideline, trying to figure out what play to run. As the Greyhounds are pointing fingers to the other side because there is a false start on Columbus North. This will certainly not make their 3rd down any easier. So 3rd and 11 on their own 19-yard line. Columbus North, negative yards in this drive so far, so certainly some damage control to do if they want to get the first down. As Ratliff takes a snap, he's looking to throw. This time he throws it deep to his left side, but it is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field.
I think we're going to get a pass interference against the Greyhounds. It looks like Macario Mendez was held up on his route a little bit.
That ball was nowhere near any of the Bulldogs wide receivers, not even anyone on the Greyhounds. So I'm curious to see. I missed what was going on in the play to cause what happened, but the refs were able to catch it. So the Greyhounds do get caught with a.
Looks like Mendez was maybe grabbed as he was trying to cut up the field closer to where Ratliff was throwing the ball.
So 3rd down conversion again, although this time it was from a flag. That's a 3rd and 11 conversion. So this brings up 1st and 10 for Columbus North on the 34-yard line. Elmore, this time to Ratliff's right hip, hands it off behind to Perry. Perry gets a good gain there, that time for a first down on the 1st and 10. I believe that is Columbus North first down, or first down on the first play of the set of downs.
Yeah.
We've seen a whole lot of 3rd downs, and they tend to convert them from time to time, but it certainly helps when you're able to get it on the first shot.
Columbus has been getting a lot of first downs just by a little chunk plays. With gain 4, gain 5, gain 3, first down, do the same thing again. Kind of had an explosive play, aside from that run that they just had to get a first down.
As the run by Perry for a few yards, there's a little bit of a pile there. A couple defenders got stuck on top of Perry. We got it all situated now, so the 2nd and 8 for Columbus North with 8 minutes remaining in the first half. As Ratliff takes the snap, he's looking to throw, throws it to his right side, and it is caught. It is caught at the 50-yard line by number 2, Jacob Rice.
Those are some very bright gloves and a very bright shoe combination for Rice. Bright neon green and cleats and gloves. Interesting combination.
Worked for him right there as he was able to give that reception only for 4 yards. So again, 3rd down for Columbus North, 3rd and short, as we've seen time and time again this game. Ratliff trying to keep it for his own, trying to run up the middle as he is taken down just shy of the 1st down. I expect Columbus North to go for this one as they are in 4th down territory and this 4th and 1.
I don't think you want to punt the ball here. Give the ball back to Carmel. The chances to go down and score like they've done on the first 2 drives and go up to 21-0.
Especially because you have some work to do after going down 14-0. So they are going Wildcat with Elmore looking to take the snap, which he does, running towards the left side. He's able to get the 1st down and more. Runs it past the 40-yard line, taken down on the left sideline. So easily got the 1st down there. Columbus North able to convert that 4th down, unlike the last drive.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you see Elmore in the Wildcat formation if you're exactly expecting him to throw the ball. Unless Columbus really brings something out, it's probably going to run it.
It is hard to take Elmore down, which is why he was just patient, able to run to the outside and get a few yards after contact as well. As they throw this ball backwards to Elmore, who Elmore is going to throw it, a little trick play, but it is a great recovery by Dom Shockley, who was able to knock that ball out of the receiver's hands. So an incomplete pass there for Columbus North.
If that ball was thrown by Ratliff, that definitely could have been a touchdown. Elmore underthrew him by about a yard and hit Shockley's back.
I was just about to get to that
Hounds
because
are lucky that Columbus North tried to get a fast touchdown on a trick play there.
Elmore good at a lot of things, quarterback. I mean, his arm maybe not the best as he lobbed that ball up high. If he flung it in there a little more, Morgan Knapp would have had a touchdown all by himself, but a good recovery by Shockley. So this brings up 2nd and 10 as that ball is incomplete, not the best throw to his receiver Rice again. So a 3rd and 10 for Columbus North with 6 minutes and 17 seconds remaining in the first half. Columbus North, another 3rd and long. When we saw this earlier in the drive, there was a defensive pass interference. So the Greyhounds going to try to play a little bit more of some clean defense, trying to get the 3rd down stop. As Ratliff rolling out to his right side, he's going to keep it, trying to run down the right sideline as he's taken down out of bounds.
Yeah, there's no way Ratliff was going to be able to settle and throw. He had Bathurst coming from behind. He had stopped for any time at all. He was going to get hit.
So a gain of 6 there for Ratliff on the scramble as they are going to go for it on 4th and 4. Columbus North continuing to test their luck and trust their offense as it's Ratliff back there in shotgun by himself. Ratliff trying to set his offense. 8 seconds remaining on the play clock. Ratliff stays back there by himself as he throws to his right side. Columbus North able to get the reception and taken down at the 31-yard line. Sorry, taken down at the 27-yard line. Again, we do not have a great angle, but Columbus North able to get the 1st down on that one. So Columbus North able to convert in crucial situations. Will they be able to put points on the board, though, is the main question for them.
It's already the third time the Bulldogs have gone for it on 4th down. Got it twice, didn't get it on their first or on their second drive. Now with the ball in Carmel's 27, 1st and 10.
Ratliff pressured, throws it short to Elmore, who dives after getting tripped up, able to get a big gain on that one, still shy of the first down.
Injury timeout.
As there will be an injury timeout. Oh my goodness, who is down? Oh, I thought that was Elmore at first. It's not Elmore down. I'm unable to see the number of who is down.
That's the one thing is we are not allowed to show the injury.
Injury timeout, 5:37 to go in the second quarter. Not able to tell who exactly for the Bulldogs is down on the ground.
So we've seen the offense continue to make plays that could possibly result in injuries, and obviously is inevitable that football will always have injuries as it is a very physical sport, but sucks to see one of Columbus North's players go down.
And that's why we have 2 cameras so that we can kind of check one as quick as we can. That's not
It's a good sign. He's gotten up to his knees and is standing up.
So that is the receiver, Morgan Knapp, who we saw on the trick play earlier in the drive. They took a shot at him, but it was incomplete as it was batted away by Shockley. But now Knapp was likely to be done for the game.
Looks like he's having an awfully hard time trying to walk off the field. It took him a second to stand up, just fell backwards, but obviously hope for the best for Knapp.
Yeah, fortunately he was able to get up and helped off the field, but it appears he's going straight to the locker room. As there is also a penalty flag down on the field, as it is against Columbus North. So 1st and 15 for Columbus North on the 32-yard line as the time continues to tick with 5 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in this first half. As Ratliff play action, moving around the pocket, trying to get some room to run, but is taken down by a couple Greyhounds defenders. That time the main player to wrap him up at the very end, number 56, Emmanuel Griffin III, the junior, good tackle there. He's pumped up.
I believe that's Griffin's second tackle for loss of the game. He had one earlier on Columbus's first drive, all the way back in the first quarter. Bulldogs have the ball on Columbus' 31-yard line, 2nd and 14, 4:50 to go in the second quarter.
As Scruggs is motioning to the left side, but this time he throws it short to his wide receiver, Cohen Long, who is unable to make the catch right to his chest.
Well, that's a ball that should be brought in. And it looked like he was going to be able to gain some solid yards on the play. Probably wasn't going to get the first down, but would have gotten you out of a 3rd and 14.
That is not a play made for the receiver to make a tough catch. It's catch and then how many yards you could get after running with the ball. Instead, thought too quickly, catch the ball first, then you gotta run. He tried to do do them both at the same time, but this brings up 3rd and 14 as Ratliff is pressured by Bathurst and taken down by the jersey, but there will be a flag. Bathurst, I'm not sure if he is aware of the flag as he's fired up and still celebrating.
I think it's going to be intentional grounding. That ball definitely did not get back to the line of scrimmage.
I did not see that Lift even got rid of the ball. I mean, that's almost as much as a fumble as it is a throw, as that ball was going in nowhere close to one of his receivers.
I mean, unless and that Columbus North's almost going to have to punt unless they're going to go for it for 3rd and whatever the down is, with the chance that they don't get the ball back around midfield.
We will have to see what the refs decide for the call.
It is 4th down.
But it will bring up 4th and 32. So I think it's a pretty easy decision for Columbus North to punt this ball after a solid drive by them, a long one as well. Lost a lot of yards on this set of downs, so they will have to punt it.
North's going to give the ball back to Carmel with only 4:37 to go in the half, and then Carmel's going to get the ball after halftime. The Hounds could capitalize and go up 28-0.
As this punt, short until left side, caught his foot a little weird, but got a solid bounce out of it as the Greyhounds will start their drive at the 11-yard line as there is another flag. These teams struggling to have a clean game.
Looked like there might have been some sort of altercation on the far left side of the field.
We've seen a little bit of fire from this Greyhounds team, certainly on the special teams aspect, so this one may be against them or maybe got someone on the Bulldogs riled up. So we'll have to wait and see what this flag is, but it will be on the Greyhounds, the receiving team. So they're going to be brought down, or they will be down at the 5 or 6 yard line to start their drive. So this is the Greyhounds' worst field position to start a drive tonight. As Ace Johnson to Koerner's left hip to start this drive. As Koerner hands this one off, Greyhounds have some room to run as he's not taken down until far past the first down on that left side.
32 Colfetti with the stop.
A gain
of 17
to the 23-yard line.
Very well done play from Carmel to get themselves out of being pinned deep inside their own 10. Now on the move, ball complete to Bellin. Still on his feet, up the right side of the field, down to the 50, down 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. They're not going to catch him. Touchdown, Carmel.
Bellin, unbelievable touchdown right there. Wow, he caught that ball on the left side and just ran all the way around the field, able to find some room along the right sideline into the end zone. So a two-play scoring drive.
Well, it looks like there might be a penalty in Carmel from coming off for their players coming out off the sideline.
Regardless of the penalty, an unbelievable touchdown and an unbelievable drive, as I talked about, starting on the 6 yard line. Thought they might have had some troubles there. Not for Jake Bellin. Able to run it from the 23-yard line. He gets a 77-yard touchdown to add 6 more points to the scoreboard as Obermeyer for the PAT
There's the snap, there's the hold.
makes this game 21-0. I mean, we were just discussing the play before that after a little short play and Bellin wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. He stayed on his feet.
It looked like Bellin was going to get tackled almost 2 times right when he caught the ball, broke that one, turned back to his left, looked like he was going to get tackled, stayed on his feet, got all the way out to the 50, looked like he was going to get pushed out of bounds, tiptoed the sideline for a 77-yard touchdown reception.
So the Greyhounds offense and defense looking tremendous right now. As I said, they lead this game 21-0 with 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Greyhounds trying to shut the Bulldogs down in this first half. As the returners for the Bulldogs are the DB Mendez, number 1, as well as number 29, Caleb Yerquity. Obermeyer being ready to take this ball off. As the Greyhounds waving their arms as they always do before the kickoff, as this ball is booted. This time, Columbus North is going to get a chance to return it. Mendez trying to find some room to run. Instead, he is brought down at the 20-yard line.
Wide receiver Spencer Sell with the tackle on the kickoff.
Spencer Sell, all he did in the last season, he's in his final senior year, but he didn't get a whole lot of playing time. He was mostly special teams, so he is familiar going out there and making a tackle when needed. Fortunately for him, he has a bigger role this season with a touchdown this game and a big wide receiver role.
He's one of the top 3 wide receivers for Carmel. He's got 12 catches, 129 yards, and 3 touchdowns on the season.
Ratliff takes a snap, looks to his left side, makes a short throw. This time, it is caught by Cohen Long, who redeems himself and able to run for a short gain of 6. Well, that's a solid gain of 6 yards there. I thought it was a little shorter, but Long fought for a couple yards there, able to get a solid gain on the first down of the drive.
Lining up shotgun formation once again. Perry still in the backfield.
As Perry's in the backfield behind Ratliff, the quarterback in shotgun formation, as he hands this ball off to Perry, who is able to run up the middle for the first down.
25, Sam Perry, the ball carrier.
And
It is a Bulldog first down.
as foretold by the last Carmel drive, Columbus North does not want to give the ball back to Carmel with all 3 timeouts left in this half, and the Hounds receive the ball after halftime. You've already dug yourself deep enough into a hole. You don't want to go any deeper. Have to get some form of points on this drive.
Important drive for the Bulldogs. This time, Ratliff tries to keep it for himself as he is taken down.
First timeout of the half called by Carmel with 2 minutes, 49 seconds left in the second quarter. Columbus North with the ball on their own 33-yard line.
Columbus North continues to try to get Ratliff to get some big runs. He has came short on a lot of them, as you mentioned earlier in this game. It's awfully dangerous sometimes. Elmore clearly runs this Columbus North offense. I would imagine they'd like to start using him a little more, since he has been the main guy for them, the main guy that has done the few good things that they had going for them in this game.
Just a tiny bit right now.
As there is 2 minutes and 49 seconds remaining in this first half, as Columbus North is on their own 33-yard line, so they still have some ways to go until they are in scoring position. They still have all 3 timeouts though, because that timeout was the Carmel Greyhounds making sure they set their defense and continue to prevent the Bulldogs from getting any points on the board. As Ratliff has some time on this one, throws it to his left side, as that is a big gain there by the wide receiver, Cohen Long.
That was easily Ratliff's best throw of the night. Rolled to his left a little, saw Long cutting up back across the field, threw it all the way. That was a very far throw, right into Long's breadbasket. Ran out of bounds, clock stop, 2 minutes and 42 seconds to go at their 49-yard line.
Ratliff, a good throw, possibly the Bulldogs' best play this game, but Ratliff looked very limpish while running to that line of scrimmage. So certainly hobbled after taking some hits this game. As you see him get nervous when there's lots of quarterback pressure there by the Greyhounds, he throws this one into the ground. Not intentional grounding though, because there was a wide receiver right there.
Yeah, Ratliff had nowhere to go on that play. There was about a 100% chance if he tried to throw that ball, it was going to get tipped. And with 5 Carmel defenders in the area, don't like your odds.
That defensive line pressure has been.
We'll see how Ratliff can battle, because he's definitely dealing with something.
Shotgun formation.
As he is staying out there. with Petry in the backfield. He takes the snap, hands it off to Petry as he is taken down at the line of scrimmage. Whole bunch of Greyhounds around him on that one. As the clock continues to run, 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in this first half. Columbus North still all 3 timeouts. As they take their time on this one, as it is 3rd and 8. So they will need to convert this if they want to keep the drive going. Ratliff takes the snap. He's looking to throw. He throws it up the middle. That ball is batted out by Elmore. Or batted out of Elmore's hands as Elmore is down on the ground. Face in the turf. It looks like he tried to get up. It goes right back down.
Elmore took a hard shot right to the back. That the second he got hit, he went down to the ground and has not attempted to even get up yet.
Throws over the middle are typically dangerous. Ratliff thought he saw something there, trying to convert the first down. He had it in his hands until the big hit, and he is still down. Mind you, this is a senior committed to play college football, college Division I football at Indiana University. You would not like to see a player like this get injured.
Columbus, it doesn't appear that Elmore's in the greatest shape right now. Columbus already down 21-0, going down without their top 2 receivers. Certainly going to be harder to come back.
I felt a chill run down my spine when I saw Elmore go down. I mean, obviously, you don't like to see anyone get hurt. But what? Elmore is up and he's jogging towards the sideline. He is tough, man. I mean, we'll see what he does the rest of this game, but after being down on the ground for a couple minutes, he hops up, is able to jog to the sideline and still walking around there on his own. You'd imagine he'd sit the rest of this drive out, but we'll see his status for the rest of his game, for the rest of this game. So now the Bulldogs, without their best offensive player, they will punt this ball as it is 4th and 8.
There's the snap.
So the punt this time a little higher, a little cleaner. And a good bounce as Shockley tries to return it after it dribbles up towards his feet. And he gets a solid gain out of the late return.
Return of 9 yards.
There is another Columbus North player down. Columbus North cannot catch a break tonight as the score is still 21-0, and this is the 3rd player to have gone down in this game. This one 2 plays in a row.
The number so far, it looks like it's number 1.
As it's Mendez who is slow to get up. As he jogs to the sideline as well. I mean, severe injury or not, as I talked about, physical sport. I mean, players get rattled up all the time, so hopefully everyone does not gain too severe of any injuries, as it does appear that Elmore is back out there right now on defense. Ooh. Absolutely tough kid, so it's great to see that he's doing all right. As Koerner goes out there trying to put some more points on the board before the end of this half, as he throws this one to Carson Clark, who runs it down the left sideline, taken down out of bounds. Carson Clark, the sophomore wide receiver. You don't see him a whole lot, but he is... Oh no, there's a false start on the Greyhounds after they try to move quickly. Yeah, Carson Clark, he has a touchdown this season, has a few catches, especially strong start. So high school career as a sophomore. as you saw there on that catch for a big gain.
Carmel getting knocked back 5 yards for a false start. 1st and 15. Carmel still has 2 timeouts left. Ball on their own 34. Just over a minute and a half to go in the second quarter.
It could be really anywhere, as it just seemed like no one seemed to be on the same page, as multiple people jumping off sides.
Takes a snap, looks to throw this one as he takes some time and throws it to his right side. That ball caught by Aline Broadnox. Aline got a touchdown in the Centerville game, as this Greyhounds offense is so deep, as you're already just seeing the wide receiver 5s, the wide receiver 6s. As Koerner takes a snap quickly, throws it to the right side again, that time to Broadnox again, as he's able to get the first down, taken down around midfield.
That was a very long throw. It was from the outside the left hash all the way to the right sideline to Broadnox.
1 minute and 26 seconds remaining for the Greyhounds as Koerner takes a snap and is looking to throw. Instead, he's scrambling down the left side as he has some room to run and is taken down inside the 30-yard line. But there is yet another flag on the field. The Greyhounds a big gain out of that play, so we'll have to see what this flag will be. So I believe this will be a holding on Columbus North. So the Greyhounds. Okay, I believe the ref pointed in the wrong direction.
The referee was a little confused which side it was on, pointed to the wrong side, but corrected it.
That makes a little more sense on a play like that, so it will be a holding against the Greyhounds. So they will be down at the 37-yard line. 1st and 10. For the Carmel Greyhounds with 1 minute and 17 seconds remaining. The Greyhounds not done with this drive, as the senior wide receiver Spencer Sell is on the left side by himself. Koerner hands this ball off this time, as Pemberton has some room to run on the left sideline, as Coach Wright is not happy by that hit after Pemberton was out of bounds.
Gain of 13, and that's a great.
But the Greyhounds able to get the first down as they continue to try to move quickly in this drive. Koerner takes the snap, hands it off to Pemberton again as he runs into the end zone right about our tent, as he is shushing at the camera. There's not that big of a crowd from Columbus North. So maybe just a little celebration for Drew Pemberton, as that is his 2nd touchdown tonight to extend this Greyhounds lead 27-0. Pemberton chest bumping with his coaches as they're fired up, as the Greyhounds have full control of this game in the first half.
Pemberton now has his first 2 touchdown game of the season, 5th of the season overall. Obermeyer. PAT on the way.
It's all good, and that's a
good again.
Is good.
The Greyhounds seem to be such a dominant team so far in this season. Fortunately, they got their first loss last week against Trinity, who is a very, very strong team. Clearly, because this Greyhounds team is yet to have a close game.
Yeah, Trinity's the #1 ranked team in Kentucky. Trinity's only loss was to Archbishop out of Cincinnati in Ohio, who's a really good team in Ohio. So Trinity, a very quality opponent. Carmel still has not, it doesn't look like they're going to today, still has not lost to an in-state opponent.
I was going to say Trinity in Kentucky, so they will not have to worry about them again. But as far as the rest of the Greyhound season goes and playoffs, they look very good. They might have a decent shot of making a playoff run this season.
Home next week for It is the Carmel homecoming against North Central.
The Greyhounds expecting to get another win in that one, as North Central is not as strong as a lot of opponents that the Greyhounds have played against in this season. Obermeyer, the kickoff. This one short off to the right side, a little bit different, as it is recovered by the Greyhounds. Are you kidding me? CHTV very own again. Michael Ghosh receives the kickoff. Can you believe this, Xavier? The Greyhounds are still not done with this half.
Columbus North looked a little confused, almost. Maybe they didn't know that if you don't get the ball on a kickoff, the other team can still recover it. It doesn't have to be touched by one of your players. And the ball definitely went past 10 yards, so fair recovery for CHTV's own Michael Ghosh.
It's just like if you settle for an onside kick. If the kicking team is able to receive that kick, it will be their ball. So yeah, the Greyhounds on offense now as he pitches one to Pemberton, who is bouncing around there, able to get a solid gain on the first play of the down. But yeah, I'm not sure if that was designed. I believe it was, as the Greyhounds were taken off on that kickoff, and Ghosh able to get to the right spot, able to receive that ball without very many trouble.
That looked designed. Obermeyer, as we've seen from all the kicks he's had tonight, very capable of kicking it far. Really hasn't had any missed kicks, so I think that was play design from Coach Kevin Wright. But it sounds like a holding penalty was just called on Carmel. He's going to back him up 10 yards all the way back to the Columbus North 42 with 2 timeouts left with 54.7 seconds to go in the second quarter.
Koerner takes this snap, fakes the handoff as he is pressured, moving around to the left side as he throws this one to Sell, who catches the ball on the left sideline.
Boy, Koerner does not look like he is under. He is very calm. He's under pressure, but he is not had a ton of missed throws, miscues, no picks tonight. Very good game from Koerner so far.
Koerner, a quick throw on that one as he saw Jake Bellin open short on the right side, who's able to receive that ball and run it up the right side for the first down. So the clock continues to run down. The Greyhounds have 2 timeouts but decide not to use one, as there's 25 seconds when the Greyhounds snap this ball. Koerner throws to his right side. Bellin, again, able to get the first down. It is pushed out of bounds. So the clock stops at 21 seconds. The Greyhounds at the 10-yard line. First and goal, trying to put even more points on the board. Koerner huddles with his offense.
Basically a first and goal, but first and 10.
As Koerner is in shotgun with Aiden Johnson behind him on his right hip.
Motioning a man.
As motions Clark to the left side as he throws it to him. A good read by Columbus North. That was Sam Perry, who is a DB and the running back. With the deflection there, he got a good read as soon as Clark was motioning, able to deflect that ball, prevent another big play for the Greyhounds. So 17 seconds remaining in this half as the Greyhounds still up 28-0, trying to extend that lead. Koerner takes the snap, looking to throw the ball, pressured again, rolling out to his left side as he takes a shot at the end zone. A little high and far deep in the end zone. Carson Clark unable to come down with that one.
It is a hold, and so Carmel offense will be backed up.
There's also a hold on that play, so the Greyhounds offense moving backwards.
Aside from the penalties Carmel's had, they really haven't had any miscues, bad plays, negative yard plays. Very, very clean game except for the penalties, which I think that's their 4th holding call of the night. Hounds going back onto the field. Ball at the 21-yard line now with 11.4 seconds to go in the first half. Carmel still with 2 timeouts, leading 28-0 over Columbus North.
What do you think will be the play for the Greyhounds for the final 11 seconds of this drive? Will they take a shot at the end zone? If they don't get it, kick the field goal, or will they try to get a decent gain and maybe take another play at the end zone?
I think you definitely have time for 2 more plays. Being 21 yards away from the end zone, whether or not you have time to throw it, to try to throw it to the end zone 2 more times, is a little riskier, but this Carmel team really loves to score points. So would not shock me at all if they want to go for the touchdown here and not settle for the field goal.
I'm also curious if they get a gain for about 10 yards, they'll just kick the short field goal or go for the end zone. So now we're going to see as there is some movement before the snap for the Greyhounds offense, as it is Bellin and Sell on the left side as Koerner takes the snap. He's looking to throw. He throws it to his right side, that time to Clark, who is pushed out of bounds. 7.2 seconds remaining on the clock as the Greyhounds offense is staying on the field. 3rd and 15 for the Greyhounds. So this will be the last play before the field goal, most likely, if they don't get the touchdown on this one.
A throw to the end zone and a field goal.
As Koerner takes a snap, he looks to throw, taking a lot of time as he lobs this one up to Sell. It was pass interference on Columbus North. That ball, a little bit of a back shoulder. Sell was trying to fight back to the ball, but he was wrapped up by Mendez.
It looked like Mendez was the defensive player on that play. Really didn't make any attempt for the ball and was just walking with Sell and pushed him out of bounds. An obvious pass interference call in the end zone.
Mendez never looks back at that ball, which is really what got him that penalty right there. When Sell had to come back for that ball, Mendez prevented him from running where Sell wanted to go, so that was an easy call for the refs. So the Greyhounds on the 5-yard line with 1 second, 1.5 seconds remaining. I mean, every 10th of a second matters when the clock is that low. So the Greyhounds can either go for the short touchdown, try to get those 5 yards, or kick the field goal, but it appears that they are going to take one more shot at the end zone to end this half, as it is Anthony Koerner and his offense running out there for the final play of the half. It's Koerner with Johnson on his left side. Bellin, Clark, Sell. Wide receivers out there as Koerner is looking to throw. The clock at 0, so this will be the final play as he throws it to Bellin, who is left open in the corner of the end zone and gets another touchdown, the 5th Greyhounds touchdown in the first half. The Greyhounds full control of this half, which I believe I said after the 4th touchdown. But after they received their own kickoff, they were able to get another one.
This will be Carmel's highest scoring half of the season so far. Previous was 28 in the first half against Centerville. But Obermeyer kick on the way. 35 and number 28 for Columbus absolutely drills Obermeyer after the kick. Anderson Horn, the linebacker. But we are headed to halftime shortly.
Greyhounds lead 35-0, an absolute dominating half. We'll send it to the halftime show. Brendan Melby back with Xavier Knott for your Carmel Greyhounds versus Columbus North second half. I apologize, there was no halftime show because we are dealing with a little bit of technical difficulties with the mics, with the headsets, but we are still here for the second half. There is a lot to recap from a dominating half by the Greyhounds, leading 35-0.
Yeah, there's certainly a lot to recap for Carmel, not a ton for Columbus North. Obviously no points on the board for Columbus North. Defense has been stout, haven't given up, maybe one or two big plays. Carmel's offense, however, has gotten a ton of big plays. The 77-yard Jake Bell touchdown catch, and Michael Ghosh receiving the kickoff after no Columbus North player touches it, giving Carmel good field position, able to score right before the half, and Carmel receives the ball after half, looking to go up 42-0.
I will say the Bulldogs have shown signs of having a decent offense and a decent team. So with a few adjustments in this second half, they might have a chance to fight back. I don't rule them completely out because they had some far drives until they had some penalties, until they had some sacks. Greyhounds defense has looked phenomenal with the quarterback pressure, as well as their offense is absolutely dominating their defense.
Yeah, Columbus North they are really going to have to kick it up a gear in this second half if they want to make this game close at all. One of the IHSA rules, once the score is 35 or more in the second half, the clock will run the rest of the game until it's back under 35. So we could be in for a short second half.
With that being said, Columbus North needs to get a quick stop and then put some points on the board so that rule is not hurting them, because they need every single second they could get.
The Bulldogs have gotten down into Carmel territory, but failing to convert on fourth down twice, and then a bad penalty backing them up, forcing them to punt on 4th and 32. Has not helped their cause.
As this was a low kick, but it had some distance to it, as Bellin returns it, and he's moving around and is taken down around midfield. A big return there by Jake Bellin as he caught that ball before any of the kicking team got to him. As I said, it was a low kick, so he was able to find the hole, find where he should run, and took advantage of it, taken down at the 49-yard line. So already a good start to the half for the Greyhounds as their offense runs out there.
Bellin's certainly got to be near or approaching 200 scrimmage yards on the game. A solid kick return there, multiple catches, 2 touchdown grabs, and especially that 77-yard one.
That was an unbelievable play, but here we have Koerner handed off to Johnson, who has one man to beat in front of him, but he's taken down, as well as Columbus North. Other defenders caught up to him. So Johnson had a huge hole there, was able to hit it, had the open field, but then taken down after a big gain.
By the time he was looking to make his move to beat the last defender, the rest of the Columbus North defense has caught up to him and was able to tackle him.
Koerner takes a shot at the end zone on the second play of the drive. Instead, it's barely overthrown. Jake Bellin, the target.
Just barely overthrown for Koerner. Bellin's outstretched arms still hit his fingertips. Incomplete, but penalty flag on the field. Carmel backing up, looking like it's going to be against the Greyhounds.
I would not even fully put that incomplete on Anthony Koerner, as Bellin knew it was going to be a tough one to catch. It looks like he was bracing himself for the dive and might have dove a little early and wasn't sprinting as long as he could. But after only a couple plays, the Greyhounds are still at Columbus North's 28, so a good start to the drive, although it is now 1st and 15 after that penalty.
9:50 left in the second quarter. As we said earlier, that clock will run. Another penalty marker on the field.
Before the snap, as Koerner's gained chippy.
And an offsides on Columbus North. It's going to gain Carmel back 5 yards, the 5 yards that they lost on the first play of that down.
After a couple flags, we are back at 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line. Same players stay out there. Johnson in the backfield.
As we already talked about.
Koerner takes a snap, hands it off to Johnson. Johnson trying to run up the middle, gets a few yards after contact. A powerful run there, right up the gut, as that's Johnson for a gain of about 6 yards. They'll call him for 5 though, so this will bring up 2nd and 5 at the 18-yard line for the Greyhounds. Johnson staying out there in the backfield on the left side of Koerner. Koerner looks to the sideline.
Carmel scores on this drive. Probably gonna start pulling out some of the starters, bringing Jackson Treadway, the backup.
Koerner pitches this one to Johnson. Johnson running down the right side and is into the end zone for a touchdown. Aiden Johnson able to run around the outside and only had one defender who he was just able to truck through, step over into the end zone.
Linebacker Anderson Torn was waiting for him right at the end, the line of the end zone, and Johnson just ran right through him. Looked like he might have knocked some of the wind out of him. Put him on the floor. Touchdown Carmel. Matthew Overmeyer, PAT, on the way.
Johnson is just so dominating and powerful for only being a sophomore, as the PAT was almost blocked. Someone from Columbus North was in there early, but that PAT is good. So this extends the Greyhounds lead 42-0. So as you mentioned, Xavier, we might start to see some backups because, I mean, not only do the Greyhounds have a commanding lead, their backups aren't anything to take lightly. I mean, we've seen them against Centerville. We've seen Treadway against Fishers a little bit in that first away game.
Their backups had 2 touchdown scoring drives in that late third and fourth quarter of the Centerville game. So they're certainly capable. They're certainly capable of scoring more points if Carmel wants to continue pouring it on Columbus North.
We are already seeing it a little bit right now as the backup kicker, Aaron Orahood, is out there for the kickoff. You love to see it because he is a senior, and as we mentioned earlier, it is the senior night game, so you love to see him be able to get out on that field because it is tough to compete with Matthew Overmeyer, who has had the starting position throughout the entire season. But Aaron Orahood making the most of what is likely to be the rest of the second half.
Over the last 2 home games, the Greyhounds have outscored 92.
As Orahood getting ready to take his first kickoff of the night.
See how this whole backups can do. Very solid.
This one off to the right side, again at Mendez, who Mendez is going to try to return this one. And there's a lot of flags on the field right now as Mendez is taken down around the 20-yard line. We'll have to see what the flags are. Greyhounds defense looks fired up. I mean, gotta be a fun game for them to play right now with such a commanding lead. I mean, this game has been all blue and gold tonight.
Yeah, they've had a lot of fun home games, not a ton of nervousness. All 3 home games have been relative blowouts, and really the only close moment in the second half of any of those home games was when Westfield was driving with the ball 20-10, but the Grayson George interception flipped the momentum of that game, and the Hounds ended up winning.
So the penalty goes against Columbus North. They will be down at the 11-yard line as Ratliff stays out there for the Bulldogs as he hands this one off, this time to Scruggs. Scruggs gets hit at the line of scrimmage but runs around to the right side as the Greyhounds believe that it was a fumble, but the refs call him down. everyone on the Greyhounds throwing their hands up, a couple guys pointing in the Greyhounds' direction as Dickerson firmly believed that that ball was knocked out before he was down.
Every player on the Carmel defense out there started pointing at the ball, and it certainly looked like they all thought it was out before he was down, but multiple refs walked over and said, claiming he was down.
Another heavier lineman.
Ratliff takes the snap, hands this ball off against Scruggs. Scruggs finds a tight hole, but able to run it down the left side for a first down.
Past the line of game, see if these chains are moving, and they are.
So 1st and 10 for Columbus North. Still some ways to go after the penalty on the kickoff. They are down at the 22-yard line with 5 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in this third quarter. As you said, this quarter is moving pretty quickly so far.
Seems to be pretty heavily still on their starters. We do see Quinn Garvey checked into the game, or sorry, Sean Garvey checked into the game, had a wrong runner on that one.
Ratliff talking to his team, trying to set up the offense as there's some conversation with Coach Wright and the refs. I'm not entirely sure what they're talking about. Coach Wright walking down the field with the refs right now, trying to figure something out. It's almost like they're looking over our heads at something, so I'm not entirely sure what they are looking at as Coach Wright is approaching our tent.
What?
Do you have any communication with the people running the school clock?
No.
So you think it's down there?
Not sure what they're calling.
So Coach Wright comes down to our media tent, CHTV and WHAE, asking if we are able to connect to the scoreboard and the clock because he believes that there is some problem going on. We are not in charge of that. So he
Came down
trying
to
to figure out
who
who else is dealing with the problem.
communication to the scoreboard operator, which we do not. Believe that they are in the opposite tent down in the southwest end zone. Game clock has been reset to 5 minutes and 40 seconds. Looks like the ref signaled for an official timeout, but the game clock operator did not see and did not stop the clock. So about a minute back on. Columbus North with the ball on their own 22, 1st and 10.
As Ratliff takes the snap, throws it to his right side. That ball is lobbed up, but it is called for incomplete, as that was Rice who almost got the reception on that one. I mean, that ball was certainly lofted up, but put in a good spot that I thought Rice was going to have a chance to catch that ball in bounds.
Couldn't really tell if Rice dropped it or maybe he didn't get 2 feet.
So you only need to get 1 foot in bounds. So I believe he was bobbling the ball as he was trailing towards the sideline. When he was all the way in the sideline, he did not have full possession until then. As Ratliff in shotgun formation, as Scruggs is behind him, as he fakes a handoff to him, throws short to his right side. This time it's Wong who is taken down out of bounds. Something that we didn't mention earlier, as Coach Wright recognized the problem with the scoreboard, with the time on the clock. He was arguing that there should have been some more time on the clock, which is cool to see with the Greyhounds a lead 42-0. So he just wants his kids to play as much football as they can, starting to see the backups, and wants to make sure everything is going right for the game. As Ratliff hands this ball off to Scruggs. Scruggs able to run it up the middle and get the first down on the short 3rd and 2. So a good run by Scruggs there, able to get what he needed to keep this drive going. As there is 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Columbus North still fighting, scrapping, trying to get any points on the board, which they have not yet been able to do tonight. Got him stopped a couple times inside Carmel's territory, but not converted yet.
As that is Rice with the drop on that one. Hit both of his slime green gloves, but he was unable. Might not be as sticky as slime is because he was unable to bring that ball down as it hit him in the perfect spot. His teammate didn't look very happy with him on that drop.
Two bad drops from Rice on this drive. Both definitely would have been first downs.
He's done a couple of solid things this game, but certainly needs to clean some things up as well. As Elmore is motioning over, Ratliff takes the snap, hands his ball off to Scruggs. Scruggs trying to run up the middle, but he's taken down, or not taken down, just stopped by the ref because he had nowhere to run with several Greyhounds surrounding him. As that was Chase Jarrett again, who was the first Greyhound in there, wrapped Scruggs up, left him nowhere to run. As this brings up 3rd and 10. Ratliff trying to convert another 3rd down, which he has done several times in this game so far. As Scruggs takes Ratliff takes a snap, throws it up the middle to Rice. Rice, unable to bring the ball in. He is struggling, especially on that drive, as that's a couple balls right in both of his hands that he's unable to catch.
It's unfortunate that Rice was not able to bring in either of the 3 passes that were targeted at him on that drive. Would have given his team some help further downfield, but Columbus North out to punt again. Ball on the 34-yard line. Just over a minute and 20 seconds to go in the game, or in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, in the 3rd quarter. As
high punt.
Yeah, high punt. No kidding.
Catch from Clark.
Wow, I cannot believe Clark attempted to return that, as soon as he got it, he was kind of spinning around, moving around, broke a couple tackles, but in the end, he didn't get very much of a gain.
Stop by 1, Macario Mendez for the Bulldogs.
As it was Mendez who was able to eventually tackle Clark. The student section staying pumped up as they're singing along with the music that is playing. It's a beautiful night outside after the temperature cooled down, so they are sticking out here and loving it. As it's Treadway who hands this ball off to Josiah Gilmore, as you talked about, Knott. They are bringing out the backups, as that was the junior quarterback, Jackson Treadway, who handed it off to the junior running back, Josiah Gilmore. Hands this one off to Gilmore again. Gilmore running down the left side. He has some room to run. He's gonna score off the second play of the drive. Gilmore squeezes through the tight hole and almost never gets touched that entire run. As we talked about, the backups are not much worse as the Greyhounds continue to score again and again, as that is Gilmore with the big run on the second play of the drive. That was just 2 runs. That whole drive was just 2 runs by Gilmore.
Able to get Gilmore got through that hole and burst up the field. No chance anyone was catching him. Got to the end zone almost completely untouched.
As it's Obermeyer who will be taking the PAT, so their hood might only stick to kickoff.
And Obermeyer,
Kate Clark talking to the ref.
now 7 for 7 on PATs this game.
He gets a whole lot of PATs, especially when Koerner scoring touchdowns almost every drive in all of these home games. So the Greyhounds lead 49 to Columbus North 0. So the backups, expect for them to stick out there. We'll see a little bit more of that on the defensive end as well, I'd expect.
Boy, this is going to be a very, 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 very sad bus ride home for Columbus.
Yeah, they are in Indiana, but it's still not a short car ride or bus ride. Whatever, I mean, whether it's 5 minutes or 3 hours, I mean, it's not fun. Not fun to go home after putting up the performance that they have so far in this game.
And we still have a whole nother quarter for Carmel to attempt to score even more points than the 49 they already have. Carmel up 49-0. Just starting the fourth quarter. Cora Hood out for the kickoff.
Columbus North started 3-0 to the season after a loss last week, and not a great game for them so far. Might be a little bit of a reality check, see how they will bounce back from this, because even if they fall short in this game, they still have a winning record, so just have to wait and see how they're able to bounce back.
When you have to wonder, maybe the Bulldogs weren't tested well enough in their first 3 games. They beat Columbus East, beat Whiteland. I don't remember the other team they beat, but
as Ora Hood, the kicker, makes the tackle as Mendez beat all the other players on the special teams, the only man to beat was the kicker, the backup kicker, Aaron Ora Hood. A strong tackle to save a touchdown, as that was a chance for Columbus North to get their first score of the game.
Some fantasy leagues, kickers get 100 points for a tackle.
I mean, there is no fantasy for high school as far as I'm aware of, and that sounds like some interesting rules, but that just goes to show how good of a play it was by Aaron Ora Hood, as that was also a great kick by him as well. He kicked that one in the corner of the field. It was just a great return by Mendez, as he was able to find the holes and where to run.
Clearly not playing fantasy the right way. If you don't have kickers get 100 points for having a tackle.
Oh no, was there a flag on Columbus North? Because it looks like they are brought back to around the 15-yard line. We'll see where they place this ball, but that's so a great return for the Bulldogs ends up in a very bad one, as they are starting their drive on the 10-yard line as the fourth quarter has just started with 1 minute and 28 seconds remaining in this football game.
What might have been their most explosive play of the night gets nullified by a penalty. Now back all the way on their 10-yard line.
Ratliff takes a snap, throws it to his left side. That ball is caught as Elmore is running down the left side. You can say big gain out of that one. A flag down once again.
It's a very penalty-rich game.
Ratliff pointing fingers, but I believe this one is going to go against Columbus North. Columbus North struggling to get anything going for them, as they are giving up touchdowns every drive for the Greyhounds and are still yet to put up any points on the board, as it is now second down and they will be down at the 6 or 7 yard line.
Well, it seems like anytime Columbus does something well, a penalty just brings them back. 1st and 12 on the 8-yard line, just over 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
As Ratliff takes the snap, rolling out to his right, trying to make something happen as he throws this ball high, but I believe it was caught by Rice.
Hey, Rice with the catch.
Rice trying to get a redemption drive here. That was a solid catch by him as he flew up for that ball and able to get down with a foot in bounds as well.
2nd and 6 from the 14-yard line.
Columbus North still some work to do to get the first down, as this brings up 2nd and 6. As Ratliff takes a snap, hands this ball off this time. Never mind, he kept it for himself, faked me out, as well as some of the Greyhounds, as he gets a big gain out of that one.
That is Cohen long on the 17-yard gain.
It is 17. It is a first down for the Bulldogs.
Fake the handoff to Scruggs, and the ball in the hands of Long. Able to get a solid gain out of that one. Down at the 31-yard line. So 1st and 10, as they actually hand this one off to Scruggs this time, who's able to get a first down out of that one. He was spinning, tripped up a little bit, but able to fight, stay on his feet, and get the first down. So Columbus North, solid drive so far, as they're still yet to cross midfield, so far ways to go. We've seen them have some solid drives and still come up with 0 points. So we will see how they do for the rest of this drive, but a start that you would like to see for Columbus North. As Ratliff takes a snap, throws to his left side, Long with the catch as he's trying to find some room to run as he breaks a couple tackles and is taken down almost. Maybe it's taken everyone on the Greyhounds team to tackle him as the refs blow their whistle after Long gets inside the 40-yard line.
Well, I felt like everybody on the field was involved in that play at the very end. It was a massive huddle along the 40-yard line trying to keep pushing that ball forward. It took almost the entire Carmel defense to bring the runner down.
Long caught that ball at the line of scrimmage and read the defense very well, able to get a big gain out of that one. So again, the Bulldogs keeping the drive going as there is a quarterback pressure as Ratliff just takes a shot, almost intercepted by the Greyhounds. That was number 31, Denham Madison, the junior, who got his hand on that one. Overthrown so much he even overthrew Madison.
Second down.
As I'd have to give credit to Julian Klein, who was in there pressuring Ratliff, making him panic and force a bad throw, as that is incomplete, so brings up 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs. Ratliff takes a snap, throws this one to his right side as he's taken down just shy of the first down. Seeing the tight end, Jerry Likings, the senior, with the reception there. Gain a little more guys involved in this offense as he's still shy of the first down, so this brings up 3rd and 1 for Columbus North. Even if they don't get this one, I'd expect that they go for it. But Ratliff hands this ball off to Scruggs, who is wrapped up past the line of scrimmage, able to get the first down.
Well, it's unfortunate that it took so long to get going. Maybe it's because Carmel has taken out some of their starters and put in some of the backups. But this is certainly Columbus's most promising drive. This drive started all the way back at their own 10. Currently on a 64-yard drive and still going with the 1st and 10 at the 24 with 6 minutes left in the 4th. Carmel up 49-0.
When you're going against this Greyhounds defense, the drive is never over until the points are put up on the board. So we'd have to see if Columbus North is able to finish this drive, as Ratliff is trying to do with the shot at the end zone. What a catch by Parker Elmore, jumping over multiple Greyhound defenders. Brings down that for Columbus North. First touchdown of the game.
That was a freak athlete catch from Parker Elmore there. Jumps right over the defender, makes it, falls on his back. Looked like he might have given a sigh of relief that they finally scored. About the only time the Columbus North fans have been able to cheer this whole game.
Elmore is a very good football player. There's not many other ways to put it.
Well, there's a reason he's going to IU.
Exactly. I'm surprised. I wouldn't even say that Elmore was open on that play. With how big and tall he is, you could kind of just throw it up and expect that he'd come down with it, which is kind of what it seemed like Ratliff was going for on that one, as they are successful. So Columbus North puts some points on the board, cuts the lead 49-7 although there's only 4 minutes and 57 seconds remaining in this game, so it would have had to taken a lot more than that and a little bit too little, too late, most likely for
A lot too
Columbus
little
North.
and a lot too late.
Yeah, but good drive there for Columbus North. Give credit where credit's due, because they look good that drive.
Especially if Columbus North gets a stop here, maybe get the ball back, score again. At least you can end the game on some sort of positive note. At least you scored and aren't driving home, having lost 49 without even scoring at all.
Greyhounds brought out their backups in their last offensive drives. All it took was 2 handoffs to the junior Josiah Gilmore before he was able to get a big run into the end zone. So we are still yet to see a throw this game from the quarterback, the backup quarterback, Jackson Treadway. So I'm also curious to see what the Greyhounds have in hand for this drive. As it's Carson Clark back there to return the kickoff. As he's going to try to return it after it bounces once on the right side. Clark running around. Not a lot of places to go as he's taken down inside the 20-yard line. So solid special teams by Columbus North again there.
And you'd think Carmel would just run the ball on this drive, take the clock down as far as they can, get this game over with. But they haven't shown in any of their games so far that they necessarily like to call off the dogs early or in the game at all. They really love to keep scoring.
Especially when you have the backups out there, you want to see what they are capable of. I think Coach Wright wants his players to get all the minutes they could get, as it is Jackson Treadway in shotgun. As it is junior Maddox Knudsen on his left hip, as they faked the handoff and then throws it to his left side when the wide receiver, number 17, the tight end, Will Chrisman, with the reception on that one.
That running back is Knudsen. Next to Maddox Knudsen.
Treadway, a hard count, looks to his sideline.
Second and 11.
Knudsen stays out there.
Treadway, shotgun formation.
Sets his offense. It's ready to take the snap. As he does, as he hands this ball off to the junior Maddox Knudsen, who is able to get a few yards on that one. That is Maddox's first carry of the entire season, as he is the running back for Knudsen. Tore his ACL while working out last season, was unable to get into any games in last season, so it's good to see him back and healthy as he gets his first carry of the season. Fakes it to Knudsen this time as he throws it up the middle to Carson Clark, who turns on the speed boost and is able to run into the end zone for a 79-yard Greyhounds touchdown. Carson Clark caught that ball over the middle and was faster than anyone else on the field as he points to the scoreboard after the touchdown to extend the Greyhounds lead 55-7.
And we were just talking about it right as the Carmel drive was starting. We weren't necessarily sure that they were going to call off the dogs and just run out the clock. Definitely not the case. Clark with a 79-yard touchdown catch, the longest of the game, surpassing Jake Bellin's 77-yard touchdown catch by 2 yards.
Obermeyer, PAT is good.
Obermeyer, the extra point is good. Greyhounds now lead 56-7. We don't even see Obermeyer kick a lot of field goals because Greyhounds are typically getting into the end zone when they have a strong drive going for them. Right now, I mean, it's just 8 touchdowns, and that's it.
Hard to kick field goals if the team's always scoring touchdowns.
I'm sorry, 7 touchdowns.
Not necessarily anything wrong with that. We've got 2 minutes and 4 seconds left in the game. Carmel leads 56-7, and this has never been a game at all. Carmel got out to a quick start right away, scored on their first 3 possessions. Actually, not sure if they've punted at all tonight. 8 touchdowns, no field goals, no missed extra points. aside from some penalties, a very, very good football game from the Hounds.
Yeah, the Greyhounds sideline staying fired up as Carson Clark got that touchdown as he celebrated with his teammate, Drake Koerner, the sophomore, Anthony Koerner's little brother, who plays safety, who I would like to talk about because although we haven't seen him a whole lot in this game, we haven't seen a lot of deep shots by Ratliff, but Drake Koerner has received 2 Division I offers, one from Vanderbilt, and then the day after, one from Duke University. So he's going to be a strong player for this Greyhound team for the rest of his high school career.
And some other Carmel news, in case you didn't hear earlier this week, Carmel and Center Grove were both voted back into the Metropolitan Interscholastic Conference earlier this week. Both schools were members up until 2021 when they were voted out of the conference and have been independent since, but will move back to the MIC starting next year.
So yeah, big news all around for this Greyhounds team.
And fun fact, next year in week 5, Carmel actually plays Center Grove.
Bringing back the rivalry, so that should be a fun game. As Columbus North offense runs out there, only a minute and 30 seconds remaining, seeing if they could have a drive like the last one as they hand this ball off to Scruggs. The Greyhounds believe that there is another fumble, which it is. On the first play of the drive, the Greyhounds force a fumble and recover it. Columbus North cannot catch much of a break. They were able to get that one touchdown on the previous drive. But the Greyhounds defense was not having that. They thought that was too much, so they had to redeem themselves, and which they did, forcing the fumble on the very first play of the drive. So this clock continues to run as there's 50 seconds left as the Greyhounds offense runs out there. So only 40 seconds left. With one kneel, they win this game, which it appears they will be doing. Jackson Treadway takes the kneel. So the Greyhounds, a win in dominating fashion, 56-7. The Greyhounds, 4-1 throughout the season. An unbelievable game, unbelievable offense, as well as unbelievable defense, holding Columbus North Bulldogs to only 7 points. And mind you, they average 43.8. So I mean, that's just goes to show how good this defense is.
Really good performance from the Carmel defense, holding a team like you just said, that scored 43 points per game, only 7. Back at home next week against North Central for homecoming.
Yeah, that should be a fantastic game. But until then, I've been Brendan Melby alongside Xavier Knott. We're now going to hand it over to Connor McDonough and Henry Slivinski for your guys' post-game show. Hello and welcome back here to Carmel Stadium. I'm Connor McDonough. Alongside me is Henry Slivinski. And as you can see behind me, the Carmel Greyhounds won this game 56-7 against the Columbus North Bulldogs. But I want to start off by talking about these last 2 times these teams played.
Coach Wright was the coach for both of those games. He did leave. He went on a stint at IMG, and the IU tight end coach came back. But when he played this team in 2011 and 2012, in 2011, they won 58-17. They go on to win the state title that year. Then in 2012, they won 27-7. Wright has been at Carmel now for 6 years. So, I mean, what does that mean for this Carmel team?
I think it shows that Carmel's on to a new stage, you know? They're good again. I mean, after a tumultuous year last year, they're starting to pick their pace up. This is a bounce back year. They're 4-1. I mean, every win they've had has been a great big win. And yeah, it's just a good win for these Greyhounds.
Yeah, I think this kind of just goes to add on to the resume of Coach Wright. The last time they beat this team, last game was 58-17, this game 56-7. The last time they blew out this Columbus North team, they go on to win the state title. Henry, do you think they have a chance to repeat that?
Oh, definitely. And if we keep playing how we played today, I mean, Pemberton, Josiah Gilmore, Anthony Koerner, I mean, they balled out today. They did great. We took advantage of that run game, and the game was coached perfectly and played perfectly. If we keep playing like this, I think we have a chance to go all the way to the state title.
Yeah, I think the only thing this game really proved for us was just showing the fact that this Carmel team is who they say they are. After that loss against Trinity, they came back out here and proved that they really are who they are, and they won a challenge for a state championship. But that is all we have time for, unfortunately. I've been Connell McDonough, alongside me has been Henry Slivinski, and thank you for listening to our broadcast of this Carmel Greyhounds versus Columbus North football game.